Wait for it. Wait for it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the special invite-only hangout with Hoss Pratt. He's going to go over how to give us a cool strategery way for us to get 30 listings in 30 days. So real estate agents, you're in for a great treat. I've known Hoss for a long time. I've known him to be a master of his craft. We worked together actually when he sold real estate and I did mortgages, and we've crossed traveled a lot of the same paths. And actually just last week we were hanging out in San Diego together, having a couple drinks, good time, talking about old times, just like old friends do. So, which actually led us to this. And after listening to Hoss, I thought, man, he's got some pretty innovative systems that could really benefit you guys that watch and listen to me out there that happen to be on this list. Hence why you're here. And I thought, well, what better idea could I possibly have than to put Hoss in front of you guys, let him deliver some massive, badass value to you over the next, hour or so, and then you guys be able to take off and implement what he teaches you. Pretty simple. So what I'm going to do is I don't bring just like anybody onto these hangouts and do these with just any old person. So Hoss is, like I said, a master of his craft. He knows what he's doing. This isn't his first time to be on a Google Hangout or webinar or whatever you want to call it. So I'm just going to step back and turn this over to him and let him do his thing and deliver the value and the content that he brought for you guys. So Hoss, are you on there, man?
Yes, sir. Stewman, can you hear me?
Absolutely can.
Okay. Can everybody see my screen here on these slides? I just want to make sure that.
Yeah. So we're seeing the slides. We see how to go from 0 to 30 days perfect, like you want us to.
Perfect. That's exactly what I want. All right. Well, good, man. Well, I'm going to dive into it. You guys, we've got a lot to cover today. My goal is to leave you better than I found you, to help give you guys the tools and some strategies that you can implement in your business right away to really make a difference. This one's, all business owners can benefit what I'm going to cover, but I'm going to show you exactly how to target, specifically real estate agents targeting target markets to grow their inventory. And we're going to cover a lot of different things that will be like drinking from a fire hydrant. I'm sure you guys are used to that. So we're going to throw it all at you. And if you guys can, I don't know if there's a way to ask questions there on there. If you can, we'll feel free to ask, and we'll get to any questions that we can as well. Like Ryan said, my name is Hoss Pratt. I'm a CEO of Success Systems and Fuel Lead Systems, which is an automatic lead generation machine. Very, very powerful tool. I'm also creator of the Listing Boss. The Listing Boss, actually, I won, if you guys know GKIC, the Real Estate Marketer of the Year competition, and I competed with that, and it was an honor. And it was a lot of the stuff that we were going to cover today is the reason why I was chosen to represent our industry at the event. So what I would like to do, though, is I'd like to give you guys some free stuff. This is really cool. Being a member of Ryan's community, I mean, you guys know sales. I love sales too, man. That's why Ryan and I are, we're buddies. Like, I love talking to people who can close. Love people that can sell. I love being sold. I love everything about it. I love the psychology. I love doing it. I love it. And a lot of you guys are probably the same way, right? Well, what I want to do is I want to give you my live prospecting calls. What this is it's 20 live calls where I'm calling FSBOs and expireds, doing the call, recording it, doing a commentary of why I said specific things at certain times, why that person converted, and then also giving you the transcripts as well. So if you go to freelivecalls.com, that is my gift to you guys. Download them, check them out. Let me know what you think of them. We've been giving these calls, for over 6 years now, and a lot of people get a lot of value out of those. So I hope you guys do as well. And by the way, I am a little hoarse today because of it's that time of year, but forgive me. I did, if I sound that way, I may, hack up a lung here in a minute, but that's okay. If you guys can roll with me, it'll be all right. So here's what we're going to cover today. So really, it's about listings. It's about taking listings, how to go out there in your market and list 30 listings every single month. And I'm going to show you how exactly you can do that. We're going to do it the simplest, fastest, easiest, cheapest way to be able to hit the market. The fastest way to money, and we're going to hit the low-hanging fruit directly with FSBOs and expireds. Show you how to separate yourself from your competitors. There's a lot of agents. I'm in Dallas. There's over 17,000 real estate agents. How do you compete? Not only compete, but blow your competition out of the water. Like what works, what doesn't work. We're going to cover that today. managing your time better than ever before, how to double your income every year, and create more freedom in your life. That's why I do what I do, to help people live their dream. In real estate, it's about listings. It's about making money in your sleep, right? Having that inventory where you're attracting the buyers and you're able to get a better return on the investment. Now, I'll tell you my quick story is this, I barely made it through high school. I didn't go to college. I grew up, working on a dairy farm of all things. And I was fortunate because when I was 15, I had a gentleman that took me under his wing. He was a millionaire, and he taught me a lot about marketing, but really a lot about mindset and business. And he convinced me to move to Dallas, Texas, whenever I was in my early 20s at the time. And I moved here, and I didn't go to college. So what do, right? You move to a new market. You don't know anybody. You're just a farm boy from Missouri, and you're going to the big city, get in real estate. You guys know what's about to happen, don't you? Yeah, I fall freaking on my face. It was brutal. I get in the business. I spent $50,000 my first 6 months on doing everything wrong, making mistakes. I worked my 80 hours a week, no listings, no buyers, no closings, nothing. And I blew through all of my savings in the first 6 months. And I almost got to that point where I got out of the industry. And then I discovered marketing, direct response, call to action, things that get people to take action. And I literally went from no business my first 6 months to my second 6 months of my first year, Rookie of the Year, and closed $8 million in volume, of which was my first year's second part. So I don't say that to make any other reason to make this point. It doesn't matter where you are right now. It doesn't matter where you came from. All that matters is the action that you take now. Anybody can do it, and the only limitations are the ones that we put on ourselves. So if I can do it, you can do it. And embrace the marketing and the strategies that will allow you to get exponential results quickly. And that's really what my goal is to show you how I did it. I was featured in all these publications, all this stuff. We actually have a live conference every year called Recharge. I've done over 1,000 live seminars in over 45 states now, 1,000 online events, and over 4,500 one-on-one coaching hours. And so really my passion is how do you get people to take action, but also how to overcome limiting beliefs and to give them the tools to set them free. And that's why I do what I do. And I've discovered this, that out of those, the 17,000 real estate agents, obviously there's not many of them that produce. Well, I'm not going to say that there's not many. There's a lot of them that do, but the majority don't. 95% of the transactions are done by 5% of the agents. So what I want to do is show you what the one percenters, the ones dominating the markets are out there doing, and it all boils down to this. In any business, and Ryan can even probably say the same thing in his business, that everything comes down to these 4 pillars of success. And this is what we're going to get into. Number 1 is mindset. You got to have the right mindset. You have to have an abundant success mindset. If you have the wrong mindset, then everything I'm going to teach you today is going to go in one ear and out the other. It's not going to stick, and you're not going to do anything with it. We got to change the way you think. You want to get from where you are right now to where you want to go, change your thinking. That's the only thing you have to think of is how do I change my thinking, think different. I'm going to help you do that today. 2 is marketing. Understand that we're not in the real estate business. We're not in the mortgage business. We're in the marketing business, right? We're in the getting the phone to ring business. We're in the attracting business. We're in the positioning business. We're in the working with people that are worth our time business, right? It all comes down to understanding that. It's not about what we do as much as, we sell houses. Yes, but if you suck at marketing, then you're not going to sell very many houses, right? So how do we 10x our marketing, meaning get more results? Next is systems. Most agents fly by the seat of their pants, jack of all trades, master of none, right? They're just, nothing's consistent, everything's scattered. We're going to have systems because systems are the key to success in any business. Having systems, not depending on people, but having systems that tell the people what to do. And I'm going to show you that as well. Lastly is conversion, which is where the rubber hits the road, as they say. I don't care how good you are in marketing, how great of a mindset you have, and how effective your systems are, but if you can't convert, then it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, really, it's about conversion. Getting people to say yes, getting people to say, I want to work with you, getting people to say, you are the person, undisputed champ, I'm going with you, I'm not considering anybody else. conversion, separating yourself. So let's dive into it. And by the way, if I haven't told you already, grab a pen and paper, take lots of notes. Feel free to take screenshots of this if you want, pictures of it, whatever. Just, I'm just going to go through as much as I possibly can with the time that we have together. So let's talk about mindset. A startling fact, write it down. 95% of the transactions are done by 5% of the agents. And you know what? That's really true in a lot of industries. I mean, most of the people, most of the transactions are generated and done by the top teams, the top individuals, right? So the question though is why? Like, what is it that they do different than everybody else, right? What is it that they do? What is it that makes them get the results? And this is something that I want to start with here, because I believe mindset is 99% of success. The only reason I am even talking to you right now, with from growing up in really middle of nowhere, right, working on farms, like, I mean, why am I doing it here, right? Why? Because my mindset. Everything was in the mindset. If you're not happy with where you are today in your business, today, right, you're here for a reason. You want a different result. If you're not happy with the result you're getting today, it's a direct result of your actions the last 6 months. I knew my first 6 months in real estate that if I kept doing what I was doing, I was going to be back home, failure, working in Missouri on a farm, doing that same thing that I left, right? And I'm telling you, that's a scary sight. But I changed. Why? Because nothing was working. Nothing. What was working? Nothing was. I had to change everything. I had to change my mindset, the marketing, the systems, all of it. So ask yourself the question, are you happy with where you are? If you're not, then I'm going to challenge you to change what you're doing. Because if you change now, you'll have an entirely different result in 6 months. Most people don't like to change because they like to operate in their comfort zone, right? I mean, they operate in their comfort zone. They play it safe. They're fixed mindset thinkers, not growth mindset thinkers. They think that they are the way they are, and that's just where they are. They're not growing because they're never overcoming their fears. This is one lesson I see most successful people do, is they're fearless. They're fearless. They're almost psycho-fearless, right? I mean, the most successful people are crazy, right? Why are they crazy? Because they have no fear. Why do they have no fear? Because they've overcame their fear initially so many times, they realize that it doesn't exist, right? It's what most people stops results. The successful people thrive. Be obsessed with pushing yourself and getting uncomfortable every day. No matter what it is, get uncomfortable every single day. So this was a mindset that I had to change really from the beginning. Was, when I was struggling and I was not getting the results that I wanted, I found myself looking around. Well, I needed this tool, or I needed this website, or I needed this system, whatever the case may be. And they're always looking for the magic pill, the shiny object, to get them from where they are to where they want to be. And this one thing right here will determine your level of success. To get from where you are to where you want to be, the bridge between the two is growth, right? Becoming more valuable, becoming a better marketer, becoming a better systems person, becoming a better leader, becoming a better self-assessor, right? Becoming better at converting leads, stretching, becoming, growing. And that right there is where the secret is in the mirror, and it's you. It's not up to me, it's not up to Ryan, it's up to you. We'll give you the models, we'll give you the framework, right? There's lots of people that can do that. But it's up to you to take the action and for you to do it. So what if you became twice as good in all those areas? Your business would explode, but it would always be exploding because you did it the right way. Not from a shiny object, but from developing your skills. As an entrepreneur, we are our own economy. All right? We're not affected by the economy out there. We're only affected by how we react to the economy. And I love this quote from Albert Einstein: "Try not to become a man of success, but rather a man of value." Right? We all know those people that always look for that next thing, the shiny object that's going to make them successful. Are they ever successful? They're not, are they? Right? They talk big, but they never get to where they want to go, because this is the one blind spot that they have in their mindset that's preventing them from achieving their success. So focusing on growth. Investing in yourself. You know, Jim Rohn says take 10% of your income and invest it on personal development, and I do. I own everything. I have 5 coaches. I attend 2 seminars, conferences a month. I'm always gone. I'm always growing, and it's because of this one quote right here that changed my life. And it's, success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by the person you become. It's everything, and that's it. That's why you grow. That's why you invest in yourself. That's why you hire coaches. That's why you invest in products, because you got to grow, become better, right? Now let's get to some marketing, because, you know, and I want to say this. I start that off with mindset because it's everything, and most people don't even think about it, and really it's a blind spot that they don't think about it. I did a survey one time, and I asked my entire audience, out of 4 things, what area do you think is preventing you from getting from where you are to you want to go? What area out of these 4 is the one culprit that if you could overcome and you could fix, that you would achieve all of your goals? And the four areas was: number 1, mindset; 2, marketing; 3, systems; and 4, conversion. Simple, multiple choice. Out of these 4, what's the one thing, the one area that's preventing you from achievement? And you know how many people said marketing? 40%. 30% said it was like systems and conversion. But like it came down to literally like 5% said mindset. And I thought, think about it. Only 5% of the people said that mindset is the culprit. And they're looking at all these other areas. And the 95% of the transactions are done by 5% of the agents. It was a direct reflection of what I'm saying. It is about mindset. 2 is marketing. Becoming a better marketer. So the question is why? Why should your prospects use you instead of your competitor? Out of the 17,000 agents in Dallas, why should they choose me? You know, I ask this question. I used to ask it all the time when I was on the road. I used to spend 200 days a year out on the road, and I would ask these questions to live audiences. And honestly, I just stopped asking because I got tired of hearing the same answer. But it was always, oh, you should hire me because I got my GRI, my CRS, my ABR. Everything I touch turns to sold. I'm a household name. You know, I'm the #1 team. I'm with the #1 office. I'm with this company. Blah blah blah. It's all about me. And the big thing is nobody cares about you. I mean, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about you, how long you've been in business. They don't care about any of that. The only thing they care about is themselves, their time, and their money. That's all they care about. Some people miss this. They'll get it eventually, but when you do enough transactions, you'll realize the fact of people care about themselves, their time, and their money. So the question, though, is we have to ask ourselves if that's true, which it is, then what is it that you do to solve those problems? What is it that you do to save them time? What is it that you do to save them money? Right? And I'm going to give you some framework, some tools to help you do this. But I want you to see that big thing right there is what's in it for me. What do you do to save them time? What do you do to save them money? And the ultimate goal is as we're communicating this to the marketplace, then it's going to help position us, because we're going to be better positioned because we're talking about the things. Our products solve the time problem. It saves them money, as you'll see here in a minute. So think about it like this. You have 2 markets, right? The 2 target markets, meaning people in the marketplace that want to buy and sell a home, right? Those are people out in the market, the people that know you and the people that don't. Your Met database likes you, loves you, trusts you, right? We all have that. Some of you get all your business from that target, right? From your sphere, from people in your network. All your business comes from your Mets. So, and you may like it, you may not. But what about the haven't met market? People who don't know who you are. You know, to go from 10 million in volume to 20 million in volume, you got to go after the haven't met market, because you're gonna hit a ceiling if all you do is go after people that know you. And you must master marketing to the haven't met market, because it's going to take spending, it's going to take messaging to get them to respond. So think about, and Ryan does an amazing job with this, and you guys that are his followers, you guys learn that. I mean, that's what it's about. It's about attracting people that don't know you, where they see massive value in you and makes them take action. So think about your haven't met. FSBOs, expired, short sales, probates, right? That market responds to direct response. we need them to respond, whether it be a postcard, an email, a Facebook ad, a phone call, whatever it is. We need them to respond. So here's what I want to do is I'm going to take you through a marketing arsenal. This is the one thing that I started in that first 6 months that changed everything. It was not about me anymore. It was all about them, all about what solving their problem, their pain, right? So a performance guarantee, a risk-free offer, a communication guarantee, a smart seller program, a marketing plan, and a certified pre-owned program. You could take I'll give you a minute. You can write those down, or you can take a screenshot. I'm going to take a quick drink, Ryan, wet my vocals here. Do you have anything to add? Are you there?
I'm just sitting here taking notes, following along, just like everybody else, man. But I have no problem helping you stall for time while you quench your thirst there, my parched friend.
Thank you. I needed that. That was a good segue, right? Good little handoff. Did you catch that?
This is brought to you by these messages, right?
Yeah. Exactly. All right. By the Hardcore Closer. So think about your marketing arsenal is the reason that people should do business with you. Actually, let me take that back. Your marketing arsenal is these are the solutions to the prospect's pain. Every prospect has a pain, and and these allow you to overcome them. Without having a marketing arsenal, tangible programs and systems, it's really difficult to get people to see enough value in you to take action. Right? These are your think about a doctor, right? You're the doctor. The patient is the that's your customer. That's the lead. Your marketing arsenal is the prescription pad, right? This is what's going to solve their illness, their pain, right? This is ultra important to have, and in fact, you need a minimum of 5 of these. So let me show you how this works. Back up. Okay, out of these 2 postcards, take a look. Out of these 2 postcards, I'll sell your home in 29 days, or I'll sell it for free, which is an example of a performance guarantee on the right. And let's say I'm mailing that to all the expired listings that that come up in my farm area, and this is one of the direct mail pieces. The one on the left says, thinking of buying or selling a home, we can help. Right? So out of these 2, which postcard do you think will get a better response? Clearly, right, the performance guarantee. I think that's obvious. But the reason is because it's enticing. There's a call to action. People want to know more, right? So offering a performance guarantee is one of the most effective things that you can do in going after the haven't met market, because they respond to it. Some of you may say, well, I wouldn't respond to it. That's fine. The biggest mistake that you can make in marketing is in designing and executing a marketing plan that you would respond to, right? Because I see so many people make that fatal mistake that they put their own limitations around what they're willing and able to do based on what they think they would respond to. And I say that because it's a blind spot that a lot of people have in our business, that they don't do this or don't do that because it makes them feel a certain way. Where the haven't met market responds to this stuff like a cat on catnip. They're all over it. They love it. Next is an easy exit listing. So think risk reversal. You want to make it risk-free for people to use you. It overcomes the I don't want to be locked into a contract objection. Make it risk-free to use you. I'm going to show you in a minute where I show you a tool that's going to solve a lot of you guys' pain. It's going to be the one thing that you've been looking for, the one thing that will be that turning point in your career. And then when I show it to you, you're going to see me give you a 30-day guarantee. Why? Because I want to take all the risk away, because it's not what you – I don't want you to not take action because you don't have a risk reversal, right? It is. Guarantee everything. If they don't want to do business with you, great. The feeling's going to be mutual, 9 out of 10 times anyway, right? Offer an easy exit. Communication guarantee, huge. Obviously the biggest, complaint about real estate agents is the lack of communication. So offer a communication guarantee. Mr. Seller, I'm going to call you every single Tuesday. We're going to talk about the market. We're going to talk about the marketing. I'm going to show you what we're doing to get the property properly positioned. And look, if I have nothing to say to you, you're still going to hear my voice. I'm going to call you every single Tuesday. And Mr. Seller, if there's one Tuesday that I don't call you, you can fire me on the spot. Right? that makes that, it affirms in that seller's mindset, who sometimes had a bad experience with this, right? I want him to know that he's not going to have that same experience with me. Smart Seller Program allows the seller to sell the property on their own while it's listed with me, and if they sell it, then they don't pay a commission. You know, I listed my first month of going after FSBOs, and by the way, you guys, if you're not going after FSBOs and you're in real estate, I mean, look, this market is going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and it continually is, because there's confidence in the marketplace. There's resources and tools available today to a prospective seller that was not available 5 years ago, right? So I would encourage you to employ a system, effective system, that you can capture that huge market, because it's big now and it's going to continue to grow. And this system will actually do it. It works all day. So think about the Smart Seller Program. It allows the seller to sell the property themselves while it's listed with me. If they sell it, they don't pay a commission. So Hoss, great appointment. Look, I'll call you in about 4 weeks. I've got Tommy, Stevie, and Christy coming over. They said they were going to write contracts on the house, and I'd like to see what happens with that. But if that falls through, then look, then you're my guy. Well, the Smart Seller Program was built for that, overcoming that objection in that moment. I understand that, Mr. Seller. That's why we have our Smart Seller Program. You can continue doing what you're doing with Stevie, Tommy, Joseph, and all these other people, right? But if that doesn't go through, just know that I've already got my marketing in gear, and it's running parallel with yours. And the first person that sells your house is if you sell it to them, you don't pay me anything. This is huge for FSBOs. They love it. We have over 3,500 clients around the country that have gone through the Smart Seller Program, and it works. A lot of you probably seen it in your market. If not, I would be doing this. I do it all day. All right, this is a great question. It's the marketing plan. So think about this. The question is what do you do different to market this property than everybody else? Then the other 3 agents I talked to yesterday, what is it you're going to do different to market my property? We hear it a lot in real estate, right? It's this is like the rate question that lenders get, right? We hear this marketing thing, the question all the time in real estate. So the question is what is it that you do? You want to have a branded marketing plan, meaning it's kind of like, here's what I mean by this. Remember whenever, who was that guy in the political election, the presidential election? I don't know which one it was. One of the last, the last 8 years. There was a guy named Herman Cain. Do you remember Herman Cain, Ryan?
Yeah, man, the pizza or chicken wings dude. Or
yeah, he was the CEO of Godfather.
That dude, hey, that was a horny ass politician, man. He was like in bed with everybody or something.
Yeah. You know why he fell from the top in the polls? Because they saw him as a threat, right? And they attacked him, right? And then that's when he was out, because obviously his choices led to that, but he was in their crosshairs. Why? Because he was a threat. Remember when he surged in the polls? He went from literally nobody to nothing in the polls, like he was dead last, and then he just skyrocketed like in a week. And do you remember why? Remember the 999 plan?
I do remember that, actually. Saturday Night Live did a fine job of making fun of it.
Dude, I need to see that. I need to get that, because I've not seen that clip. I would send it to me if you think of it. But I'd love to see it. But it shows what people want. They see the country saw the 999 plan as the ticket that's going to get them out of this mess, right? In the market that we were looking for a solution, and so this is the exact same type of example by having an aggressive marketing plan, like an 89-point marketing plan. My 89-point marketing plan sells more homes that other agents fail to sell than any other marketing plan. It's the reason I sell 20 times as many homes as the average agent. It's not a question of if my 89-point marketing plan works in magic and getting homes sold the fastest and most amount of money. The question is, Mr. Seller, are you going to price the home at a price that's going to allow my 89-point marketing plan to work effectively? Do you see how I presented that and sold that, right? It's not even selling, it's positioning. But it overcomes that. Have a branded, aggressive marketing plan, something that you can use, like talking points, have a talking points, have a playlist. like you heard me say that. I've said those words, thousands of times, right? On the phone, face to face, in my copy, in my emails, video, you name it. Have that playlist, and this will help you do it. And here's why. I love this guy here, by the way. Which sounds better? I've been in business for 30 years, or I've been to 5,767 successful closings. Yeah, right, the 5,767 successful closings, being specific. And you guys know that, but apply that in your marketing. Employ that. It'll be huge for your response. Now, and I'll give you guys an opportunity where I'll give you guys all that stuff to where it's just literally, all yours. It's already done for you, so you don't have to go reinvent the wheel. I believe to live your dream, whatever your dream is, you got to have the right mindset, you got to have models to follow, and you got to take massive action. And consider this the model, right? You got to take massive action to implement the model, but if you do, then you'll be able to reach your dream, whatever that is for you. So let's talk about systems, because this is a biggie, especially in the world of technology. I created a system called FUEL, F-U-E-L. It stands for Follow Up Every Lead. It's the FUEL lead system. And I'll give you guys, I'll show you it in a minute, but I created it because of automation and systems. There's so much that we do that we shouldn't be doing. All of our energy and our effort needs to be applied in different places. So anything that we can do to automate or leverage that is pulling our energy away from where our energy needs to be applied, that's a blind spot, right? So systems, and let me show you how this works. And this is the definition of a system. It's a systematic approach targeting a specific target market with a predetermined result. A systematic approach targeting a specific target market with a predetermined result. So there we go. Diversify. Do not put all of your eggs in one target market, or as they say, in one basket, right? Don't put all of your eggs in that one system, that one tool, right, that you make your $250,000 a year on because you have this one tool that nobody else has in your market, and that's where it all comes from. I'll ask you the question of what happens when that tool's gone, right? Don't put all of your eggs in the one relationship, one person that feeds you all of their business, because you're vulnerable as a business owner. What happens when that person gets out of the business, dies, quits, stops, whatever, right? They stop giving you business. What happens to your business? Same thing with a builder, business source. Don't get comfortable. Take those as gifts that you have those and work your butt off in implementing and building shields all around it, right? So diversifying all of your systems, because systems are everything, and most agents, they don't have it. This business has a revolving door of agents. Getting in and out. Why? Why? Because they don't get this stuff. They definitely don't have the marketing and the systems part down, right? They don't teach us that stuff in real estate school. But think systems, technology, people, right? Most agents are the jack of all trades, master of none, throw spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. They let their cell phone and their email control their day every single day. Now, that's most agents. That's the reason that we have 95% of transactions done by 5%. So let's talk listings. And this is a really important, time of year to be ramping up your inventory. And these are by far the fastest ways to get listings, to go out to the market and say, if I want to take 30 listings in 30 days, the best opportunity is going to be in these these target markets, right? Your FSBOs, your expired listings in your market, the short sales. It's not as much now, but probate and your sphere of influence. These are the target markets. And so what I want to do is show you how to go after these target markets with a systematic approach, leveraging tools and technology to 10x the results that we're getting. And there's tools that we need to do this. You need a CRM, obviously. I'm not talking to people I doubt on this training who don't have a CRM. But I'll take it a step further. If your business and your productivity does not depend on a CRM, then you're not doing enough to leverage technology. You could literally 10x your results right away by changing how you work to be able to depend on a system to do the work. Because you don't have the capacity to do it all on your own. I think we would all agree, right? My CRM, I use Infusionsoft that I run my business, my coaching and real estate software business, And I'm telling you, it might. I mean, I would be out of business if the thing wasn't there. I mean, not really, but like our whole business is built in it, right? So we depend on it, and you should too. In any industry, you should depend on a CRM. That's why we created Fuel. Fuel is, I believe, it's the best CRM in the real estate industry, and I hate the word CRM to even use it, but Fuel turns leads into money. It's an auto dialer. It's an email service provider. We do automatic direct mail. Automatic SMS conversations. We're the only CRM that is integrated with RedX, LandVoice, Vulcan 7, Coal Information, and Zillow. Literally, you get a lead to your email from your website, it goes right into Fuel, and it gets put on a campaign without you doing anything. It's a very, very powerful system. 2 is the RedX. If you want to go after people who don't know you, a great source is the RedX. They'll give you the leads. Those leads, that's what we need. We need the leads to get our message and marketing in front of. And you can take a screenshot of this as well. A couple special offers. I'd like for you to take a test drive if you're looking for something, a tool, that really does those things. You're looking for that automation component. Thinking Infusionsoft is for the small business, it's like Fuel is for the real estate industry. It's more geared towards real estate in this version. So you could go to fueltestdrive.com, and I'll have one of my Fuel strategists schedule a call with you and show you the system, give you a test drive of it. And then also showmetheleads.com. The RedX is the country's #1 lead provider for FSBO and expired and short sale leads. If you want to subscribe to that, if you go to either showmetheleads.com, they will waive that $150 setup fee. So, or you can even call them and say that I sent you. Just say, hey, I was on a webinar with Hoss. He said to call you to get set up. They'll take care of you. They know who I am. I've been in business with them for a long time. They're an incredible company. All right, moving right along. So let's talk FSBOs. You know what I love about this is you can have listings by tonight. So I love this course. So I love this webinar. Like some of you will send me an email that you got a listing today, just from what I'm about to show you. So think FSBOs as in the marketplace. So let's say I want to go out and I want to increase my listings. Okay, I'm going to look at the marketplace. I'm going to say what's the lowest hanging fruit, the easiest way to the money, the easiest way to execute that has the least amount of barriers between taking action right now and the action. And FSBOs are incredible because they're the ones in the market that say, hey, I want to sell my home, right? Where in a lot of different marketing, you have to what? You got to do a lot of work up front to get to that point, right? So the reason I love FSBOs is because a lot of the work's already been done. We already know that they want to sell their home, right? So that's why I love these target markets because a lot of the work has already been done. So, but not saying you don't do the other, but they all work together, right? So think like this: 85% of the FSBOs end up listing with an agent. The idea, the mindset of you, the agent, does not need to be the agent that calls the FSBO up the first time. The first time that the first day that they're active. You call them up and you're like, hey, when do you want to list? You're being like that commission breath agent. Look, just be an advocate. Come from value, like Albert said. Value, and bring value. Give them everything that they need to get the property marketed. Give them tools. Help them. And come from that because that's where your conversion will come. It will come from that one core shift in mindset that FSBO will remember and they will list with you. So think about this. Okay, let me back up. Yeah, if you must genuinely want this FSBO to successfully sell the property on their own, and if they don't, all you want is an opportunity to earn their business. You want an opportunity to apply for the job. So take a look at this, and this is a screenshot. Take a screenshot or a picture of this, but this is an example of a systematic approach. So my question that I want you to ask yourself is do you have specific target markets in your business that you're targeting? Not being the jack of all trades, but you need a minimum of 4. All right. So do you have 4 target markets that you have consistent leads coming in? Those leads are consistently being put on a follow-up campaign, on a systematic approach like this, right? That you're following every day, right? That right there is the question that if you get that, this entire training was worth it right there because you got to have that to get to that next level. And like in this is the FSBO sequence. Day 0, call. Day 3, mail 90 things report. That's a report in Listing Boss that we give. It's a free report. FSBOs love it. It just comes from value. Mail the guarantee letter, right? Talking about my marketing arsenal and all the marketing, my aggressive marketing plan, my easy exit, my smart seller program, the recap, right? Saying, quite frankly, I'm puzzled, right? That type of marketing. But it goes on for a minimum of 60 days, and out comes what? A consistent conversion, a consistent number. I followed this exact system, this exact sequence. Well, not exact, it's been tweaked over the years. But same idea, right? And I followed it. And this is the one, my first month of implementing it, I listed 25 FSBOs. So I can tell you that it works, and we have clients that do it all the time. So having that follow-up sequence with the marketing arsenal in it's huge. All right, so here's what I want to do. 3 questions to ask at first contact. All we do at any time when we're on the phone with a prospect, we're finding out who's worth our time and money to continue to market to and who is not. And I'm going to do this through asking very specific questions. I'm in control, right? I'm direct, I'm to the point, and I'm guiding the conversation. But I want to know these 3 questions because depending on how they answer these 3 questions will determine if I'm going to continue to market to them. Because most people are a waste of your time. We got to find the tire kickers, the time vampires, the people that waste our time and the people that we want to work with. First question, Mr. FSBO, if I brought you a qualified buyer, would you be willing to pay a 3% co-op? I want to know that answer because if he's not willing to pay 3%, I'm deleting him out of, not deleting him, I'm flushing him out of my system because he's not going to pay my full commission if he's not willing to pay 3. Next is how long are you going to try to sell the home on your own before you decide to explore other options? As long as it takes. I'm never listing with an agent. Great. Flush them out of the system. You know what, Hoss? I'll probably end up exploring other options. I got to be in, Toyota headquarters is moving to Plano, so I got to be moving down there in, 4 weeks. Look, I got to get this property sold. I'm going to give it 2 more weeks. If I don't get any showings or if I don't get an offer, I'll be more interested in listing with you, right? I want to know that because whatever time frame that I get from that question, you could take it to the bank that if you cut it in half, that's when he's going to list, meaning if he says, I'm going to list in 4 weeks, he's listing in 2. If he says, we're going to list in six months, he's listing in 3 months, right? So it's crucial to know that. And then lastly, in that time frame, if you do decide to explore other options, Mr. FSBO, do you have a close friend or family member that you would feel obligated to work with, or will you be up for interviewing some aggressive agents? You know what, Hoss? My mom's a real estate agent, so I'll probably list with her. Great. Flush them out of my system. You know what, Hoss? My best friend is an agent. She already said she's going to put on the MLS for free whenever I do. So, I'm good. Great. Out of my system. Right? These questions are they're qualifying questions, right? And they work like magic. And whenever you go to freelivecalls.com and you're going to see me using these over and over and over again. All I'm doing is qualifying. And all I'm doing is asking questions. If you want to close more, then start asking more questions. And I want to take it a step further. For most of you, it's not more leads that you need. For most of you, it's more conversion. Converting the leads that you're generating. Next is expired mastery. So I love expires because right this morning there was a handful of expired listings in your market of people who were on the market that wanted to sell. And I'll tell you this: homes don't sell because of price. That's why, right? So, but why why go after expireds? Here's why. Because 95% of the agents really aren't near as competent as you are. They've never had that conversation with the seller that they need to get the property repriced. They need to lower it to this to get the property repositioned. They didn't do all those things. So what happens? Of course the home expires. But they need you. They need you to now come in and get the property priced right. And then guess what? You're going to turn around and sell it. Most of the time, the second agent that lists the home sells it, and typically within the first 2 weeks. I know for us that was our model. That's what we did, and that's the result that we got. So here's how this works, though. FSBOs are more like touchy-feely, friendly, hi, like, you know what I mean, just being, I'm here to help, right? Where expireds are more like direct. You got to be more aggressive. You got to get them in dialogue. They're they're more hostile, right? They're a wild bunch, those expireds. But what you want to do is you want to be more aggressive in this approach. So We're going to ask them point blank questions. We're going to be hard. We're going to ask the hard question. We want them to open up. I want to find their pain. I want to know what it is that one thing that they think is the reason their home didn't sell. Because here's why. Remember, I'm looking for the illness, right? I'm looking for the pain, and then I have the solution. It's the marketing arsenal. The pain is the agent did nothing to list my home. I'm going to pound that pain so hard. I'm going to keep pounding it and pounding it and pounding it because that's where your action lies. The action lies in that pain. Or I'm sorry, the result, right? Getting them to take action. So this here is the expired mastery follow-up. I'm going to show you how to convert these here in a few because I know we got a few minutes, coming close on time. But look at the expired mastery follow-up, and I'm going to take a drink of Ryan. Do you have anything to add?
Again, I happen to be quite proficient at stalling for time when my co-host and fellow presenters need to take drinks of water. So I got no problem doing this, no problem at all. So, but hey, really some good stuff here, man. Like I'm actually learning. I'm taking some notes myself, and it sounds like you've done this a time or two. Like this doesn't seem like it's your first time to go through this presentation. So, but
yeah,
definitely.
I was kind of nervous getting on today. You know what I mean? I was just real nervous. I didn't know how this would go, and it was pretty scary situation. But
one thing that I wanted to mention to you.
That was a joke.
Like this is just for me and you. I don't want like anybody else to hear this, but when I was in your office the other day and you were showing me about uploading numbers into your fuel system and stuff like that, one thing I didn't mention to you is you can upload the numbers for expireds and FSBOs, however you guys get those, into Facebook. So you can hit them on the dialer, and you can hit them in their news feed on Facebook specifically, because you can upload people's phone numbers and Facebook will find that. So there's a couple of really cool things that you can do advertising-wise to tie into the stuff you're doing here. So I'm really
digging. And to clarify that, is there a limitation on how many people you can import in to be able to create a target audience?
No, it's a good idea to not import more than 5,000 a day, because if you do, they start looking at you like, where the hell are you getting all these names? But most, like, I'm sure there's not 5,000 expireds that come on the market every day or every week, right? I mean, I don't know. I've never been a real estate agent. I do the marketing stuff, but I don't have access to MLS and stuff. So I wouldn't think that there'd be 5,000 that are showing up in most people's areas at any given week's time. So you should be pretty cool there.
Perfect. That's a great idea. And even your sphere, right? Everybody that knows your sphere of influence, and that that the purpose of for targeting. Is that it's to have them seeing you all the time in their news feed, and that's going to be much more of a branded message to your Met database, because that's kind of the idea, right? We just want to keep our face in front of them. So it's good stuff. And I like calling, and here's why I like calling is I like getting, when I say calling, I don't like cold calling. I don't think it's a good use of your time. I think that there's better. I mean, if you're it's a great way to develop the skill, right? But of thick skin, but there's a better way, right? But you want everything to lead to a phone call. You want everything to lead to a conversation. And so when I say call, these are people that have already said, I want to sell my home, right? That is not a cold call. When somebody wants to sell their home, and I'm in the business of selling homes, that lead is as warm as I would ever need, right? So I'm going to do everything I possibly can, to get in touch with them and get on the phone with them. Because that's what, and as you guys will see, and I'm, being good at converting leads over the phone is a skill that will pay you more than anything you could ever imagine. Because there's not too many people who are great on the phone but suck face to face, right? I mean, most people who are great on the phone are great face to face, and so it's a skill that is worthy in mastering. All right, let's dig into this stuff. I love conversion, right? I love it. I think conversion is, it's my passion. I love helping people convert, helping people take action, and helping you guys see things a little bit different as far as how you can go about getting people to tell you yes. All right, so the first thing is I want you to change your perception, meaning, like I just said, right? Expires, for example. They want to sell. They're in the marketplace. Your job every day is to go out to the marketplace, find the people that want to sell, right? Meaning they want to sell their home. And we go out to it every day and we introduce our service to that marketplace. This is what it's all about. In real estate, prospecting and lead generation, lead conversion, all that is the lifeblood. It's the heartbeat of your business. And the reason is because you're unemployed every 90 days. It's not like I talked to a coaching client today. He closed $16,000 in closings this week, and he's like, and he's back at it, right? He's like talking about, I got to get my closings back up, and he's grinding at it again today. Why? Because that's what it takes. That's the business that we're in. And so be obsessed with going to the marketplace every day and bringing value to it. Be obsessed with it. Enjoy the process. Find solitude in prospecting. Don't be careful of the story you tell yourself while you're doing it, right? You have to do it. It's a must. Some people suck on the phone. That's why they don't do it, right? I did too at the beginning. All great salespeople, they weren't, as Zig Ziglar says, they're not born great salespeople. They become great salespeople. Jim Rohn taught me that repetition is the mother of all skill. The 10,000 hour rule, right? And having 10,000 hours in one thing is what makes you a master at it. It's how you master it. So write this question down. Is what I'm doing right now a money-making activity? Now, obviously you're attending this hangout with us, so this is an investment of your time to grow knowledge, and you're going to gain later, right? But ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now a money-making activity? When you're inputting a listing, is what I'm doing, is this a money-making activity? No. Everything that is not a money-making activity that you're doing, stop doing it. Stop mowing your grass. Stop cleaning your house. Stop, doing, all these things, cleaning your pool, like whatever. Like, stop doing those things. Invest your time elsewhere, because you're the rainmaker. You're the entrepreneur. 4 steps to the yes. All right. Number 1, be direct. Be more direct with everybody you talk to. Meaning, tell them what they need to hear. Don't be scared to have that hard conversation. I had to overcome that. I used to not like having hard conversations. Now I'm so freaking blunt that sometimes I look at, I say something, I like say what everybody's thinking, but like you have to be the person that calls it like it is, the person that is the realist, right? Don't be the person that just sugarcoats everything. Be direct. Why? Because most of the time their results depend on hearing what you need to say to them. Be more direct with your prospects. 2, pattern interrupt. Imagine this. Your phone rings at 8 o'clock at night. And I'll take it back when I was a kid, because really this doesn't happen much these days, but because with the cell phones. But let's say your phone rings at 8 o'clock at night. I remember my dad sitting in his lazy boy recliner. Phone rings 8:30. He's watching sports, and he grunts as he reaches over for the phone. He's like, "Damn 800 callers, right? Damn telemarketer." He's pissed off, and then he answers like, "Watch this. I want to mess with them," right? Like a lot of you guys do. And he answers, and in that moment, that person, if he does not break that pattern in my dad right then he will never get the sale. If you fail to break the pattern immediately, meaning stop them in their tracks, you're enthusiastic as hell, you're a force to be reckoned with, and you're an authority. If you fail to connect those dots, then you're never going to get conversion. If you fail to get the expired listing to see something in you that's different than everybody else, then you're not going to set the appointment. You're the 100th realtor to call me today, right? It's no different. Be great at breaking that pattern. Dig deeper. 3 is asking more questions. And I'm going to talk about each of these quickly. I've got a few minutes here, but digging deeper, asking more questions, and lastly is voice control. So, that's it. But think about digging deep, and I'm going to emphasize this more. When you're talking to somebody, and maybe they ask you a question, or maybe you even ask them, who knows? But let's say that you're talking to them, and they're not listening. And you can see it in their eyes, you can see it all over their face, that all they're doing is thinking of what to say next, right? It's like their brain is on fire. I mean, it's like they're not even paying attention to what you're saying. I want you to know that mistake right there is a blind spot that a lot of great sales people don't have. Meaning, they're able to stay in the moment and to be able to connect with that person at a level that most people can't. And so when they're talking, you shut up and you listen. and you don't let your mind go to the next thing. Always, and this is how you can do it. If you ask a question, ask, and whatever answer they give you, ask another question based on that answer. And try it. Try it with your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend tonight. Right? Honey, how was your day? My day was amazing. What made your day amazing today, honey? I won my tennis match. You won your tennis match? Great. By how much? By 3 points. That's awesome. Tell me about it. And then guess what? You're not going to be able to get another word in for the next 30 minutes, right? You had to take the interest 3 to 4 levels deep before they felt that they could connect with you. It's no different with any sales process. Mr. Seller, your home expired. Why'd the property not sell? The last agent didn't do anything to market the property. Oh, okay, Mr. Seller. Well, what do you think that the agent could have done differently to market the property? He could have done open houses. Oh, open houses. Are open houses important to you, Mr. Seller? Yes, open houses are important to me. Why are open houses important to you? Because that's what sells homes. Boom. Found his pain, lack of marketing. Now I'm able to affirm what I sought to affirm. My 89-point marketing plan works magic, and getting homes other agents fail to sell sold the fastest and most amount of money. Do you see that? How you can go deep? Take it deep. Take the conversation deep, not an inch wide and a mile deep, but take it an inch wide, mile deep, not just wide. Right? Your conversion will skyrocket. Now, action steps. All right, I'm going to blaze through this because I want to give you guys an opportunity to let me help you get this system dialed in and help you become a part of the 1%er club. So decide right now to become a better you. Let this be the day that you're never going to do this again. Let this be the day that you're going to start telling yourself a different story. Let this be the day that you're going to start with a growth mindset and stop having a fixed mindset. Next is employ a marketing arsenal. Why should people use you? Give them the tools. Come up with the tools. The marketing arsenal that's going to get people to tell you yes. Maximize a CRM and depend on it. Get fuel. Get top producer. Get something. I don't care. The best CRM is the one you use. Depend on one. You check out Fuel. We'll show you what this thing does, and it's a Ferrari. So if you are new to CRMs, Fuel may not be the one to start with because it is a beast, and it will do. It's like tossing the keys to a Ferrari, a sports car, or a race car to somebody who's never driven one. So check it out. Next, share your service with 50 people every day. Hire a coach. I have 5 coaches. Most of you guys have coaches. Coaches are crucial because they bring us awareness and they hold us accountable to our vision. And then listen to what I'm about to share with you. I'll tell you why. You are one piece of information away from achieving any level of success that you want to achieve. You're one coach, one product, one book, one relationship, one move, one idea, one decision away from achieving any level of success that you want to achieve. For some of you, this is going to be the listing boss, because the listing boss is a step-by-step system designed to take you from the foundation all the way to building a 7th level business to be able to walk away and sell it if you want. Right? Everything layered in between, from mindset to all the marketing pieces to the systems that you're going to need, and then how to convert with the best of them, how to just make it almost impossible for people to tell you no, how to make it impossible for your competitors to compete with you. That's the goal. So 12 weeks. Week 1, the foundation. Week 2, I'm going to give you all the tools, all the systems. I'm going to blow you away with systems, because here's why. There is such thing as growing too fast. I grew too fast, meaning I went from no business to like 50 listings, and I didn't even have a team. Why? Because what I just shared with you works. But now that I know, and I teach other people this, I don't want you to go through that same pain of growing too fast. I want to be able to win before we start. That's why we had tools and systems part 1 and 2 at the beginning, because this is everything to build this massive result that we're about to bring, right? So we need that. That's why it starts, because then we get into all the great stuff like marketing, the FSBOs, the conversion strategies. I'm going to give you all the postcards, the emails, the letters, everything that you need to go out there and convert. It's a system in a box. I'm going to give you the time management. Week 7 is mindset mastery. Week 8 is listing presentation mastery. I'm going to give you my 4-step listing presentation that will, I mean, it's super simple. It works like magic, and some of you will this is the, will be the one presentation that you use your entire career. It just works. And I give you that presentation in week 8. Week 9, turning listings into leads. Week 10, short sales, probate, direct mail. Give you all the postcards for farms and all that good stuff. I give you the, week 11's team building, how to build that team to get you to the next level, how to hire, when to hire, who to hire, what to pay, how to structure it, and then how to sell it, walk away from it, not have it depend on you, have the freedom in week 12. And that's what the Listing Boss is all about. So you get 12 essential operational systems, 5 seller lead generation systems, all the 5 buyer, or all the marketing material, all the scripts, all the directions step by step. And I give you the entire marketing arsenal as well. So you get everything. I give you the agreements, the contracts for the guarantees. I give you the marketing handouts, how to position it, the marketing collateral. I give you all that stuff. Success stories. I'm going to be real quick with these. We have a lot of these. We have a lot of successful Listing Boss members, and what they really love is the fact that it works and it's a business in a box, and you hear that all the time. Without question, hands down, the best investment I ever made. In 18 years, I spent over $160,000. Exactly what to do, exactly how to do it, exactly how to say it, how to schedule your day, how to print it, all the tools you need, details what to get, software, marketing, phone system, database, mailing system. It's a business in a box, and it works. Scott Ashbaugh. Jeremy Qualley, my business grew 200% in under 6 months. I have 13 pendings, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. The strategies that Hoss teaches flat out work. Erin Caraway, she closed $12 million in sales last year, and she's on track to do $20 million. I believe she's hit $30 million at this point. She's built 3 teams around the state of Texas, and she's a professional fisherman, and she spends all of her time on the ocean in the Gulf of Mexico fishing. And the Listing Boss is what the tool and the model she used to leverage that. Very cool story. Monica Benavidez, she got the Listing Boss and signed up with our coaching program the first day she got into real estate. She was this was 3 years ago. She was a school teacher in southern Texas, and I think Harlingen is where it was. And she is now the #1 listing agent in her market. She has 3 teams, two teams. She's building her 3rd. All within 3 years, and she's the #1 listing agent, #1 producer, #1 in everything. She won our Marketer of the Year competition at Recharge in Dallas this year. Incredible story. Now, this is what you got to do to take action. I want you to become the next success story, and I'm going to give you everything that I possibly can in order to make that happen. But you got to take action in order to do it. I give you the guarantee. I give you the tools. I give you my promise that this is the one system out there that I believe will be able to take you from where you are to you want to go. If it's not, great. I'll give you a complete refund. I don't deserve to keep your money. This is about helping you. This is about helping you get to that next level. And that's why we made it so affordable. It's only one payment of $497, and the Listing Boss is yours to keep. You get it. You can train your team in it. You can have your assistant go through it. You go through it multiple times. It doesn't matter. It's yours. It's one payment of $497. And it comes with a 30-day guarantee. And here's what I want to do is I'm going to put we put the order form up there so you guys can go get it. You're going to get access to everything today. It is a 90-day course, meaning every week we take you through a different module, but a lot of people get through the whole entire thing in like 4 weeks. Even 2 weeks I've seen. It's really the pace is up to you. The most important thing is you just get through it. So here's what you do. And I'm going to have Ryan, I don't know if he can message this link out, but if you go to imtakingaction.com, it's imtakingaction.com, and if you go there, fill out the form, you're going to get a welcome email. And I limit the amount of people that come on to Listing Boss. So what I'm going to do today is we're going to limit it to 25 people. We're going to have 25 people that take action, because that's really what we want to work with, the action takers, right? Because if you're an action taker, you're a winner, then this is going to be your the thing that system that's going to get you to even more dramatic results. So with 25 and 0, Ryan wanted to add something as well. So as he does, you guys go to imtakingaction.com, get it, and if there's any questions I can ask, you guys can feel free to ask away, but I'll pass it over to you, Ryan.
Yeah, so if you look at the page that you're watching this video on, Down at the bottom it says grab your copy of the Listing Boss. That's the link you can use to go there too as well, and I'll email that out afterwards. What I wanted to offer everybody is if you do take Hoss up on his program here and you purchase the Listing Boss, I will personally throw in a copy of Supercharged Production, which is a $200 product that I sell on the hardcore closer sites for sale for $200 there right now. So I'll give you that as a free bonus just for purchasing Hoss's program here, because he'll arm you with all the systems that he talked about in the last hour, and then I'll give you some really cool social media stuff to tack on top of that as well. It'll be like the 1-2 knockout punch. So I've never had anybody come on any of these webinars or anything and offer something like this, and I thought if I'm going to do this, then the people that take action, because those are always fun people to work with, I'll go ahead and throw something that's super cool on top of this as well. I've actually looked into the Listing Boss. Like, I actually have sold it on the phone many years ago for Hoss back when I was selling cars too, and I think I actually sold one subscription, because selling cars, it took a lot of time at the time, but I have went through the training, and it's super extensive. It's really good stuff. It's way more detail oriented and elaborate than even the stuff that I put together, to be honest with you. So it's definitely a good product that I myself have personally been through. And like I said, I'll throw in Supercharged Production. All you gotta do is, after you purchase it from Hoss, then just shoot an email to me or hit me up on Facebook. You can either reply to the email that I've been sending out for the notifications, and just forward me your PayPal receipt or however the receipt comes back to you, and I'll make sure that Lindsay, my assistant, adds you to the Supercharged Production program as well, so you can get immediate access to that. So how's that for some cool shit for everybody?
Nice. Good job, Ron. I appreciate you doing that, man. It's great stuff. And I want to reiterate, too, that when you guys go to imtakingaction.com and you fill out the form, you're going to get access to it'll email you all the login, right? So you'll get an email with the login. You'll get everything, and I'm also going to send you some other goodies as well, so just be on the lookout for it. But there's a whole community in there as well that you can go in. You can ask questions. You can find role play partners. You can network, mastermind, send referrals back and forth. It's all in there, and you'll get instant access to everything today. So it's I am taking action. So it's IMTAKINGACTION. It's not I am. It's I'm taking action. Cool. Wonderful. Ryan, do we have any questions or anything else to add?
I got one right here that I can see, and it's from Leslie Wilson, who's actually one of our tribe members. She said she wants to know how much you incorporate social media with your prospecting. So do you do social media with this stuff? Is that something that this covers?
This doesn't. We don't get into the social media aspect inside Listing Boss, but we have outside training that we do that we have. And I'll give you guys access to it as well. But how to, and a lot of it's, and I know Ryan's going to share with you as well on the Facebook, but how to really, like you said, like the retargeting, being able to get, your people, uploading your list. I mean, that's a huge thing. I mean, I think that, I don't know, Ryan, we'll look into how we can do that as far as the expireds, especially with the Listing Boss on special. I don't know if your system does that, if it goes into that. But I have some trainings as well that I'll make sure that I get in front of you guys that take action to help you understand what you can do in the social media world with it.
And like I said, I'll throw in the Supercharged Production with that too, which covers a lot of social media stuff. Plenty of stuff to give you everything you need to be effective. So, hey, Hoss, thanks again for taking the time. You know what I can do here is I can, quit being weird and like turn the camera back on myself, right? And hiding from everybody. But I just wanted to, thank you for your time coming on here and explaining everything to everybody. And then, like I said, I've personally seen your product, so I believe in it. I've never done anything like this before, where I've allowed somebody to come in to people that I consider, that I protect these guys, right? I don't want people just trying to give them any kind of thing or putting any kind of pitch on them. And I really appreciate the stuff and the products that you have, and I think it's going to be a wonderful fit for the people that buy them. So thanks for coming on here and spending a little bit of time with us today and dropping some knowledge on us.
Man, I appreciate you having me, Ryan. And yeah, like I said, this is all about for you guys, right? So it's all about you getting the result and providing the tools to help you do it. So take action, get it. You'll be glad you did. and I'm here to help and support any way I can. Thanks for having me.
Cool. And thanks to everybody for being on today and your time, and have a great weekend.
Take care.